Hi, I'm Mark Scherer. I'm the CEO and founder of Encompass Life and the host of the Wellness Revolution podcast. And today we have Kellen Scantlebury on the call, and I've been speaking with him a little bit. And Kellen, did I say Kellen or Kevin to begin with?
Kellen. No, you said Kellen.
Okay, good. So Kellen was a former Division II basketball player and got it all the way down to the Final Four. And he has a ton of passion around his business, which is called the Fit Club Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. And he
Yes, sir.
has been in a short period of time. He has 4 locations in the New York City area and is looking to add more. So he's a very successful entrepreneur with, from what I hear, a beautiful family and a dog.
3 boys. Gets crazy. Beautiful, but also crazy.
Wow. Your wife, introduce yourself a little bit, Kevin, and
Yeah. So again, my name is Kellen
Kellen,
Scantlebury.
excuse me.
All good. My name is Kellen Scantlebury. I am the owner of Fit Club Physical Therapy Sports Performance. Super blessed to have 3 boys, twin boys, Chance and Miles, who are 6, and a 3-year-old named Noah. I also have the female energy comes in obviously from my wife. And we have a mini Bernedoodle girl, and her name is Charlie. So I've been owning and operating Fit Club for the last 7 years, and super happy, super thrilled with what we've been able to accomplish in such a short period of time here in New York City, which is what I feel the hardest, most difficult place to bootstrap a company in the entire planet. And it's a testament to our amazing team. And the outcomes that we help people achieve through physical therapy, personal training, and recovery.
Well, tell me a little bit about let's go to the recovery side first, because a
Okay.
lot of people have a lot of pains in their life, and they try to figure out a way to live with it, and or go to the doctor and get cut on or something. So tell us some of your success stories you've had with the recovery phase.
Yeah, so recovery physical therapy makes up the largest portion of our business. Unfortunately, healthcare is more of a reactive model in the United States as opposed to a proactive model. So we deal with patients, clients who may have torn their ACL, may have herniations in their neck and back, may deal with sciatica for the last 5 years. And we help these people through non-invasive and non-aggressive ways to not only reduce their pain, improve their motion, improve their quality of life, and oftentimes come back stronger than they were prior to the injury. That's what really makes us special and unique, is that we're not just looking to get to baseline. We're looking to improve your overall endurance, strength, and range of motion so that you're going back to life better, stronger, and more prepared for the demands of this great city.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, we work with a lot of people here too. They say, like, I like to get back to the relationship I had with my wife 20 years ago. Well, you ain't gonna go back to that, but you can have something even grander. If you have something even grander, would you go for that? Yeah, if they're trying to live in that past, most of the time when that past thing, they had a whole bunch of other drama going on in their life too. So they try to bring that forward. So you said you worked with people with ACL injuries, torn
Correct.
ACLs,
Torn ACLs.
and no surgery.
Sometimes they go under the knife. So we'll see post-op ACL patients. We have a bunch right now, specifically in the winter ski season. We see a lot of ACL injuries that happen, and most opt to get surgery. But we do also work with athletes who don't have or haven't yet had surgery, either just as a prehab and prep for surgery, or trying to avoid surgery altogether. There's a certain group of people who tear their ACL specifically, and they're known as copers. A few of them were able to even play professional sports without their ACLs.
Whoa,
And
whoa, whoa! Without the ACL?
Yeah, there's a specific guy. His name is DeJuan Blair. He played in the NBA, and he was deficient in both of his ACLs, had no ACL, played college basketball at Pitt, got drafted, went to the NBA, and had a 7-year career. So there's potential to do so. It's the anomaly. It's not the masses that fall into that category, but there is a small percentage of people. And I'm working currently with one of the top hurdlers in the country. And he recently tore his ACL, and he's getting heavily recruited and does not want to take the season off. So we're working with him to get through the season, reevaluate how is his knee look, what's his range of motion like, reassess his MRI, is there more damage that's happening because of the season? And then we can make suggestions whether it's better to go through and get the surgery, or if he's able to continue to cope and have not only successful high school, but collegiate career without an ACL in his right knee.
Awesome. So what's provided the motivation for you to get into doing this? You played basketball and stuff, but was that influential in you in your path, or?
Yeah, huge. Most of the people I know, the connections that I have, my network comes from basketball. My whole entire life until I graduated college, I was known as Kellen, like the basketball player. That's just my identity. And it wasn't until I graduated and no longer had that sport available to me that I had to make a shift. Also, while playing, I unfortunately, yet fortunately, also broke my foot. And I had the opportunity to work with a physical therapist. And that's where I was exposed to the field. And a light bulb went off in my head. And I was like, I can do this. Like, this is something that I can help other people with, not just athletes, but everyday active individuals as well. So that's really where the idea started. When I graduated from school, undergraduate, I took a year off, a gap year, and I worked as a personal trainer. And that's really where the specific idea for Fit Club started, because I did not see people blending physical therapy and personal training together. And the way my brain works, that just made perfect sense. Start off with someone with rehab and then progress them into training. So that's exactly what we do here at Fit Club. We bridge that gap between rehabilitation and personal training. And we do so in a way that people feel really confident in the education, because we're dealing with doctors of physical therapy and physical therapy assistants. But we also have facilities that look more like sports performance clinics. So there's adequate equipment and intensity and load to help them improve their strength, improve their endurance, and get back to levels that they didn't even imagine they could as they were hurt.
Awesome. Huh.
It's pretty great. It's fun. It's exciting.
And how about your motivation to marry your wife?
She's beautiful and makes amazing Italian food. She's first generation Italian right off the boat. So she knew the way to my heart was through my stomach, and she solidified that early.
You said she's first generation Italian, so she's full-blooded Italian?
Yep, she speaks it, thinks it, actually teaches it here in New York City as well.
What part of Italy?
So her dad is from Naples. He's Napolitan. And her mom is from a small town just south of that called Bari. So from the south of Italy.
South of Italy.
Not Sicily, not that far south.
Right.
But on the southern half of Italy.
My family's from Sumarago, right outside of Milan. My mother's side of the family.
There you go.
Yeah. And my dad was from Germany, so I'm half of each.
Okay.
Yeah,
red
cool.
Sauce. Do you call it sauce or do you call it gravy? That's the question.
I call it sauce.
There you go.
Yeah.
As most Italians would say, it should be called.
That most it should be called, exactly. So tell us a little about the services you offer.
All right, so we blend physical therapy, personal training, and recovery. Recovery is a general term. We have infrared light or infrared light therapy, right? So for skin, we have cupping, we have air compression boots, Right now is marathon season. In 2 weeks, the New York City Marathon is going on. We have tons of runners who are coming in just for air compression, which helps move some of the lactic acid that builds up in the legs and brings in oxygen-rich blood. The personal training is our patients love it. The fact that we can bridge that gap and have a program set up for them after they're done with rehab, it's been a beautiful thing to watch. Again, seeing people who have torn ACLs who are now running marathons because of that personal training, who are getting out there and getting back to playing golf, or playing with their grandkids. We also do pelvic floor physical therapy. So moms being able to enjoy their time with their babies, their newborns, reducing that pain for them. So those are some of those services. And then the physical therapy is just helping people live a better quality, higher quality life with less pain, more range of motion, and a reduced risk of that pain coming back. Again, being able to add that strengthening component in our organization, we have found that the rate of re-injury and our outcomes are significantly less than when compared to your standard in-network physical therapy offices, because they don't push the strengthening portion at the end of rehab, which we're able to do.
Does insurance cover that as well?
So sometimes it's deemed as medically necessary. However, based on the documentation, there are times where insurance says this is no longer medically necessary for the person. And we have memberships and packages available for those people to pay out of pocket as well. And again, the conversion is really high because they love the service and they love being able to continue in one place. What makes it unique, again, is if I'm doing the physical therapy in a typical setting, you would refer that person out to a personal trainer. And no shade to personal trainers, but you can become a personal trainer in 2 days. So having a personal trainer who's got their certificate over the weekend, dealing with a patient who has a history of an ACL tear, sciatica, or herniated disc, they're just not equipped to deal with the person and their specific issues. Who is equipped? We are, so that's why it's super important for us to bridge that gap. And we try to keep these people in-house so that their continuity of care is streamlined throughout their whole time with us in our organization.
Do you have massage therapy as well?
We do also have massage therapy as well. We have specific prenatal massage that we offer. We have sports massage, and then we have your typical massage that you would get at like a Massage Envy or things like that as well.
Gotcha. How about cryotherapy or cold plunge or
No cold plunge, no cold plunge. A lot of people have asked me about it. I'm a little hesitant about the water and the drainage and things like that. And cryotherapy, we do not offer on site. A lot of that is big, bulky equipment.
Right.
And we have to stay pretty lean here in New York City. That is something that we do also refer out to. We work with a few other recovery companies as well that have the cryotherapy. So it's a nice way for us to collaborate with some of our peers in the industry as well.
Yeah, or sauna or dry heats or any of those things as well. Yeah, it seemed like the cold plunge would be really beneficial for people who with a lot of inflammation as well. I know I've had issues and get into a cold tank, and man, it would take a lot of inflammation out.
Every time I think of a cold plunge, I think back to basketball and the first 30 days of the season, we didn't even touch a ball. We were basically the track team, and we were just out there running miles and miles. And when our legs were dead, it was just straight up ice baths. So
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with the cold plunge and its effectiveness as well.
Awesome. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you, sir?
Me personally, it's probably email. I always tell people I suck at texting, but I'm amazing at email. So Dr. Kellen, DrKellen at fitclubny.com. That is the best way to contact me personally. Our website is fitclubny.com. And our phone number is 646-875-8348. We're open 6 days a week, soon to be 7. And yeah, we're just looking to help as many active New Yorkers as possible get back to doing the things that they love. Too many people have gone to substandard places for physical therapy, and they judge the whole profession on that one experience. And it's my waking passion every day to change that narrative of what physical therapy is, especially for the active population that may have been underserved in your standard physical therapy offices.
Awesome. And is emailing you the best way? So, do you respond? You said that's
I
awesome.
respond. Email it's like my texting. I'm like,
Awesome.
I keep text. It'll take me 2 weeks to have a text message conversation, but
Gotcha.
email is back and forth, back and forth.
Awesome. And what are the hours you're currently running?
So we're open from 8 a.m. through 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, excuse me. And we're open from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, and that will soon be on Sundays as well.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Kellen, it's been a pleasure having you on here.
Thank
And
you so
I
much.
have one question I always end the show with. And the question is, what do you really love?
Oof.
Oof.
Man. So I think for me, it starts with family. Um, Then from there, it starts with, I think, time. I love just quality time to myself, quality time with my family, quality time to do the things that I really love, which is sports. Working out is fun, but the playing of the sports, golf, basketball, volleyball, rock climbing, I just love being active.
Mhm.
And I genuinely love helping people and seeing people win. And I get to do that as an entrepreneur with my team. And on the flip side of that, I get to do that every single day as a physical therapist.
Oh, with your little kids, man.
Yeah, definitely with the kids too.
Yeah. Well, Kellen, it's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for being on the show, and I trust you're going to get a lot of referrals out of this, and become very successful. Your success will continue to increase.
Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate you taking the time to invite me on the show. I had a blast being here with you, hanging out with you, and I'm looking forward to more interactions as well.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.